Okay, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Star Citizen. Basically the biggest Kickstarter game ever. I'm the Fallen Walk-On. We are jumping into Star Citizen thanks to my buddy B, who was kind enough to buy me the game over Christmas here. I put in a little bit of time into the game, and I decided, hey, why not? Let's put it on the channel and see if people like it. So basically, Star Citizen is the biggest Kickstarter game ever. Probably, like, the most in-depth, not the longest going, maybe. It might actually be. But basically, its aim is to be one of the most ridiculously crazy, complex, in-depth games out there. And not complex and in-depth is like, oh, there's all these subsystems, everything's, you know, crazy, strategical and all that. We're not talking like a super strategy game. This is a game fully in space. So basically, here we are, we've walked out of a bed up there, we've come downstairs, and we walk into our central little terminal here. And we're gonna get right into things, we're gonna walk up to this, and we are going to call our spaceship, there's two, don't ask, I don't really know, but we are number 2.
Handle storage of all vehicles. To access your craft, consult one of the terminals located throughout the station.
And our vehicle's on the way, we must have left it out. Oh no, wait.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Okay, so we're number 1 actually, never mind. It's gonna tell us in a second which landing pad our ship's been delivered to. We have to pay attention for that one, it's important. Because in Star Citizen, everything is here. You don't walk into an elevator, go through a load screen, and just magically appear at your ship.
Our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience.
It must be because of this
Please
other
try
one.
again later, or select a different ship.
I'm really poor right now, we're actually going to make some money during this, so we're just going to have to wait out 5 minutes. Basically, because I have a pack that my buddy bought me with a ship insurance set, I have basically the ability to get my ship back should anything go wrong, which is great. Now we are on Port Olisar. This is where I started. This is basically the biggest starting point / biggest mission hub for me so far. We're on a little space station. I'll pull up the map here. Give you guys an idea. Oh, I said map. Give you guys an idea of the scale of the game here. So this is Port Olisar. And it's a space station. Kind of cool little structure. Built lengthwise. It's got a couple rings on it. Probably give it like support or whatever. Ship stock here and here. And whatever, that's not what we're here for. We're going to scroll out, and you can see kind of the orbit Port Olisar is on around this planet Crusader. And there's a few things in this kind of planetary orbit, a few different moons, a few comms arrays, but they're not too much. Now if you scroll out a little more, well, this planet Daymar here, this moon, is actually one that matters. You get a few missions that go there. If you scroll out even more, and even more, you'll get an idea of the true scale of the game. Star Citizen is about living in an alien space system, an alien star system. Not really alien is in the sense that we found aliens, more so alien is in the sense that this is not Earth. This is not our sun. So as we go around here, right now as the game is still in very early alpha, a lot of things are prone to changing or sometimes not working in general. Most of what we do right now is going to be going to point A to point B, delivering objects, trading objects. There are security missions that you can run where you'll clear out pirates. And the game can get quite in depth. 2 minutes 33 seconds. We got some time to kill. So I'm actually going to go to my character, give you guys an idea of what I've been doing in the game so far. So you'll see my guy here. The blue helmet is the last piece of the starting armor set I had. All this white stuff is all custom. Got a bunch of magazines wrapped around me. Got my pistol here, my SMG here. And this is because I've been running with other people mostly to start up the game. So I've actually had time on other people's ships. And after hearing a story of where my friend who bought me this game was forced to try and fight someone off with his fists because he didn't have a weapon, I decided, what the heck, I'll get some armor, I'll get some guns, and I'll help defend their ships if the worst comes to worst.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Like, I'm literally going to deliver my ship to a landing pad, go out down a hallway, walk through an airlock, walk up a ramp to the ship on a landing pad, and I will not at any point in time.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time.
So as the game is in early alpha, I have 2 ships here, but only one is actually usable.
Select a different ship.
They're the same ship, it's just showing it twice for some reason. But basically, I'm going to walk, what I was saying, I'm going to walk down the hallway. Go out an airlock, go upstairs, go to my ship on a landing pad. A2. Gotta remember A2. And I will actually walk into the ship and go in a door through it. Get in the ship's like cockpit. Launch out. And there will be no loading screens at any point in time whenever I'm going anywhere. I will always be present on the map for someone else to come find me. There's about 50 people on a server, so that can definitely happen. And everything is here. No loading screens, all real time. It is an absolutely insanely ambitious game that I had never hoped to be able to run on my PC. But now we're at the point where, after a recent update, I've been told just before I've actually started playing around Christmas time, people with PCs who don't necessarily have like crazy RTX graphics cards and everything can actually run the game now. And speaking of running the game, we are going to be running around in this, the Aegis Avenger Titan. It's the one that came with my starter pack. It looks really cool. It's named the Avenger. I think that might be to do with something, well, something to do with the resemblance to an Avengers Quinjet, especially if you're familiar with the MCU version of the Quinjet. I could definitely see it. Opens at the back here and everything too. There is a cockpit seat up front. Now, because we're at Port Olisar, I'm kind of safe to open it. But make no mistake, if you open it like this, another player can walk in. And like I said, no loading screens, everything's here all the time. Somebody can just walk in and fly your ship away if they really wanted to, so you have to be careful. Now, looking around, actually, let's look around a bit. We walk in through the back door, we've got our cargo bay here. If we're doing a delivery type mission or anything like that, we will physically pick up our cargo and put it in the back here. And this is where it stays. If you accept a delivery to deliver however yay many things, and you come back here, this will actually be full of the cargo you've accepted. Now, there may be a glitch going on at the moment where you can't see the cargo that's back here, but you could literally have points where the whole ship would be full of cargo and you wouldn't be able to walk through. You'd have to go in the front section. Now, the Aegis is nice. It has a bed. You can have a second character kind of lie down in there so they're not walking around. It is possible to have people walking around in the back of the ship while you're flying it from its chair up there. It's kind of interesting how they've done it. You could see a small one-person ship like the Aegis Avenger here, but in reality there's like a strike team of 20 people ready to pile out of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get an art chair up here. And we're going to hold F to trigger our interaction menu. There's flight ready and power on. Flight ready would turn everything on, ready to go, including the engines. I'm just going to do power on for a moment.
Aegis combat assist.
We'll let everything turn
activated.
on. Down here,
Systems
just below the
green.
cursor on the right, you'll see the little circle with the zeros around it. That's our shields.
Shields recharging.
Those are going
Shields
to
up.
start charging up, yes. And that's mainly what we're looking for. What I was taught to do is don't power down your shields when you start up. Or when you leave your ship behind, rather. Because if you power down your shields, you're vulnerable. Actually, what I should also do is... I was told L locks your ship doors, but maybe that doesn't work. I'm hearing little, like, pew pew pews. Yep. Back right corner, right up where my cursor is, somebody is shooting at another ship. Because it's in alpha and everybody kind of gets everything erased for them every once in a while you'll see someone just go crazy and start doing stuff. Now, they haven't been marked as a hostile yet. That means they either haven't shot in my direction or the system hasn't kind of triggered against them. Make no mistake, soon somebody at Port Officer will come around and shoot them. This little thing up in the top right corner here, there is that satellite, and there's the little bullet with the cross over it. The bullet with the cross over it, with the cancel symbol over it, whatever you want to call it, is a no-fire zone symbol. So that means we can't shoot our guns on our ship or on our person. The next item up there is the satellite. That basically means we're being monitored. We're inside the security zone, and the security corps can see what we're doing. There will be ships that will come out to mess us up if we do something bad. And if we commit a crime, they're capable of seeing that we've done it right now. And what we're going to go into is our Mobi-Glass menu here, which is basically just your menu. We're going to go down right here to Contracts Manager. And we're going to look for something to do. Now, what I think of kind of the first one to do for people is this. You go all the way to the bottom, it's called Need My Package Found. It says, look, we can all kind of agree it was really a tragedy what happened out there at Gundo. But basically what that means is this is a station that has been destroyed and left derelict. And... oh, it's changed. Everything just refreshed there. It was 30 minutes or so. But basically you can click on the same mission, and this mission is to go out to the derelict station, go inside it, and pick up a package. Now, as far as I know, there's no hostiles of any kind or anything. That's why the pay is only 805 credits compared to, say, 6,000 or just under 4,000. This one's at 2,500. But what we're going to do for the sake of this, because I feel it's a little more in-depth and a little more exciting, is the Need My Package Found. So we're going to select this one. It's our tracked thing. If we had other people with us, we could share it, and that would literally divide the pay as well. So working solo is technically more profitable until you get into like bigger groups and everything, and you can start running missions like non-stop.
Launch complete.
We're going to launch up a bit. Retract our landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Thank you.
Now that
And please visit
little
again.
thing here that's going opposite the direction I'm going is actually your inertial marker. That's where you're really going. There's where you want to go, where you're pointed, and where you're actually going. Now in this case we're going to hit D. That spools up our quantum drive, which is basically our FTL drive, our warp drive, whatever you want to call it. Jump drive. And that was nice and quick. You need to aim at where you're going to calibrate, and once the calibration and the spooling, which is powering up, both complete, you can just get to it.
Quantum travel initiated.
This always freaks me out because you're getting so close to it, but then you realize, no,
Quantum travel.
I'm not close
complete.
at all. I'm nowhere near it. Okay, so here we
Quantum
are.
travel.
Shipping
complete.
hub, Gundo. There we go. If the engine's fired there, we would be burned alive, but we're okay. I'm gonna pull out my SMG here because it has a flashlight on it. And that's really the only reason. Now these little yellow cargo containers, everything you see here, like these little boxes that are complete, they're actual cargo, I've learned. We're only here for one thing, but on the way back, we're gonna get all those. Now if you look around here, it's definitely been destroyed, messed up. Nobody's left alive here. There are no bodies to find or anything, I hope. I can't remember about that part. I have done this once before, but it was a different station. The layout appears to be similar, however, which is good because they're very confusing. Now we are on the clock here. We do have limited oxygen, though we have like an hour of it, so I think we'll be okay. This place is a giant maze, designed to confuse you and kind of teach you how to maneuver around in here. Oh, and when you bump into things, you can get really messed up. You are in zero gravity. And you can see my character kind of flopping around trying to fit through the gap I've made him go to. This right here, this specific one, is our package. It was a lot easier to get to than last time. Now we're going to take our package and we may have actually just dropped it. This is what we want. This is perfect. That's my phone. That's red. Silence red. We want to open this door, go through it, and make sure we didn't just drop a box when we hit the door. Now that was nice and simple. We grabbed our package. We're going to head back to the Aegis Titan. Is it the Avenger or the Titan? I've never been able to figure that out. I'm calling it the Avenger from now on because of the Quinjet reference. Now see, grabbing the, or letting go of the box actually caused the door to open. Now I think normally we would stop and raid the station for more crates, but we'll have to see if we can get the back door open to do that. Otherwise, I am just gonna drop right here. And I think we actually took yeah, we took damage from that. But we did it, we got it. Back out of the ship. Yeah, we took chest damage, probably from the box, like dropping on our chest or us dropping on the box. Doesn't matter. The point is, we're going to pick up the crate. I'm going to take it to the back here. And as previously stated, we will press F, drop the crate, and it just stays there. That's its home now. As our doors doesn't seem to be cooperating, that's probably going to be the only box we can start to do now. But that's also the one that was our mission, so we're fine. So here we go. I said, so here we go. We're going to power up our quantum drive, which is actually redundant because we haven't targeted Port Olisar yet. Assuming it is Port Olisar that we're going to, it might actually not be. It's not, it's way over here. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool to me. But because we did this with the quantum drive spooled in the right direction,
Quantum travel
launching go.
initiated.
See how fast we start going immediately? There's nothing like the feeling of being in a trouble spot and getting into quantum. Oh, I probably missed. Now, as you see there, that is a 22.5 million kilometer jump, so I'm just gonna go back. And look at that red thing.
Levski. And you can see on the planet there is our destination. Yes, I said on the planet because just like everything in space is all there in real time, that applies to all the planets too. I flipped this upside down.
Quantum travel initiated.
Should disagree with me, that's fine. We are going to actually jump straight down to the planet. Now, I don't know if this planet has an atmosphere. I haven't gotten any air resistance warnings yet. Terminal velocity hasn't dropped at all. If it had, we wouldn't be going this fast, that's for sure. Some gunshot. So we're just gonna go straight down there. We'll go down early, kind of take the cinematic route. We'll decide lights on or lights off once we get a little closer to the ground. Let's kind of show off how pretty this game can be. I'm not running it on the best graphics or anything, and it still looks amazing. But as we come down here, you can see, oh, are those trees? Those are trees. This planet has an atmosphere and everything. Those are trees, I think. They might just be like stalactites or something weird. And those green markers would indicate potential players. We're not really concerned with them. We're just gonna land and see if we can get our back door open or not.
Oh, good. Welcome.
Engines offline.
We have to physically take this crate and put it inside a thing, so this is going to be fun. And I'm in a no-fire zone, so I can't even shoot my own door off or something. And the ladder will be there. The ladder will actually close up. And on the Avenger, what you do is click on that little thing there. And that would open up and let you into the ship. Now, we do have a jammed landing bay. Like I said, early alpha. We'll have to see if we can get this open. I'm actually very unhappy. Don't worry though, I won't let it show. Grr. I had one idea of like putting it up behind the cockpit, opening the hatch and flipping the ship upside down, but now that we're landed, that can't be done. What we're gonna have to do is reclaim the ship.
lobby is always going to be the place where you can use the ship terminal. I have no idea what I pick here in Levski, but I call it Levski all the time. I'm getting some major lag in here. Must not be as finished as some other places, but it is very in-depth of a place. It looks very good. I think it's having some trouble loading. We'll try a different machine. That one's broken. We'll try a different machine. That one's broken. Okay, so we're back here. What we've actually had to do is just exit out of the game and close it back up, as we weren't really able to make any progress there. So we're still in the same spot, but I believe if I open up my contacts menu, I won't have any accepted contracts. That's fine. Let's try something investigation. Basically, we're seeking an investigator to locate and confirm the status of one Francis Downs, who was last reported to be heading to a cave on Daymar. We cannot properly process their policy payout without this additional information. So we can go to Daymar or Bamford. And what we're going to do is pull out our map, and we're just going to see which one between those two is closer. Daymar, Bamford. We are in Delamar. Now Daymar is here. That's Port Olisar. We might as well just take the Daymar one. But we'll take it from our ship. Actually, no, we'll take it now because they cycle out. You never know. Waiting on my package. We could go back and get this man his package, but it just doesn't give us too much. And I hope going to the cave will be interesting. Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at the station we were at on Daymar. Our ship is on the way here. We've summoned him. However, I think we are going to leave it here in this rundown station. Very pretty, but very rundown. Which is, I think, a good analogy for the game right now. Simply because the fact that despite it's very pretty, it looks amazing, everything is pretty cool. It seems like a game I very much want to play, and a game a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. That's why the idea of it has become so popular and why people are making sure to donate it and support it. If you like the idea of Star Citizen, make sure you go and donate it and support it as well. I think I'll be playing some more of it on my channel. You know, it was a free game. I do have a good buddy who's playing it. Though it is kind of telling that my buddy is not playing this game at the moment, simply because it's too buggy. Like, I could not get him to play with me for this just because he didn't want to have to deal with how bad the game's gotten. Now I understand a little why. Now, keep in mind, the game will not stay like this forever. It's obviously going to get better. It has been better. Unfortunately, the newest update was very comprehensive and may have broken some of the systems. Or maybe not the newest update, but the most recent major one. And I can kind of see why it would be a good time to take some time away from the game. Now that being said, if you have anything you want to see me do, or you want to check out Star Citizen for yourself, go ahead. There's still a lot to do here. A lot of the delivery missions are still working good. There is a lot of dogfighting potential as well. There are separate modes in the game outside of this whole universe mode for dogfighting or FPS combat if those are your things. And okay, I think we're gonna leave it here.
Okay, what's going on? Welcome to Star Citizen, everybody. The game where we start in a bed. So if you're new to Star Citizen, or if you just haven't heard of it in general, or really